Alright, yo. Let's get this going here. We're gonna be doing a quick playthrough of Escape from Time here. And I'm just gonna throw on a little music in honor of the first time I played this map. Let's get this going. Level 1, the apartment here. The first thing you're going to want to do is come behind this bookshelf here. There's going to be a key on the ground. Pick that up. And you're going to bring it over to the lock over here. Open the door. Now this is going to give you this three colors. Light blue, pink, and brown. You're going to need to find those matching numbers. So we have the pink number, the brown, 2, and then the blue is going to be on the fridge back here, the 1. And this is going to be the code to the door. So it's going to be 192. So we go over to the door and enter it in. It's going to pop the door open. It's going to get you into the storage room. And you're going to get some nice chug splashes. Which if you bring over to the fire, it out, and you're going to crawl inside that. Now this, that's the first level. On level 2 here, there's a total of 5 levels. We're going to have a little ball here that we can pick up. I'm going to throw this upstairs. I don't know where the ball just went. Oh, it bounced on this, no. Jesus. That's gotta be good, alright. That's a win. That's a win. And then we've got this suspicious X here, these chains. If we drop this ball on it, it's gonna open that gate downstairs. I'm excited to do some more fun stuff with that ball in the future. Come over here. You might think there's something back here, which you can break through barrels, but I'm just a little bit of a red herring. Just gonna crawl through here. It's gonna be a teddy bear, snug as a bug in a rug. So those teddy bears are kind of gonna give you hints. They can be found on most levels throughout the map. It's gonna lead to the carpet here. There's gonna be a secret button to unlock the door. And some of the puzzles in this map are a little. You might think they're a little strange, and this is actually the first escape room I've ever made. I made this back in 2021. This is the remastered version. So some of the stuff is a little silly. I still think it's a good escape room though. So with these torches here, what I just did is we need to make a pattern match. So we have on this side we have blue, yellow, green, orange, red, purple, blue. And so 2 of the torches are turned off, so you need to set them to the color. So you see on this side, it's orange. So you can set this torch to orange, and this torch to purple. Getting a little ahead of myself there. And this map, I'm not entirely sure what I was thinking when I made this, but there's kind of like, there's some questionable signage around. It's like, it's teasing you, like in this room. There's 100% nothing in this room. I don't know. So if you come this way towards the camera, you get killed. The camera is actively kind of looking at you. Ooh, this is a great song. But you'll notice this thing is red, and in front of the camera there's that same picture. It's kind of a little bit of a hint. So you hit this, you'll open the security room, and we can disable that camera nice and easy. The facility. I'll turn off this power switch with Pro Onto. There's gonna be another one over here from that yacht painting. And switch 3. And it's gonna pop open the big old bolts. And we got some creeping cardboard. Everybody's favorite item. Now, if you've been exploring the map a little bit, you may have noticed these bathroom stalls. Inside one of them, there's a hole. Now, not quite small enough. We've been eating too many cheeseburgers. We can't fit through this hole. If we throw that box down, we're actually able to jump inside the box and slip our way through. It's a clever use of the box there. And that brings us on to level 4, the mansion, which has some epic rain sound effects. So we have these 6 knight statues in the middle, 2 blue, 2 green, 2 red, and one of each of them we're going to rotate. So we can rotate one of the green, one of the blue, and one of the red. And we can kind of spin them around. And we're going to need to stop these in very specific spots. So if we look over here, there's this red room with a red N. That's going to signify that the red statue needs to be facing north. And we're trying to figure out which direction is north. There's this little compass key here. So this way is north, this way is south, east, and west. So we're going to need to face the red guy north. We'll take a trip over to the bathroom over here. East is blue. So if we look at that chart, east is to the right. Come over here, there's this lock door. If you look at the lamp, you can pull this lever. Pop the door open. There's a W, which is west for the green guy. I will pop the bookshelf open. Crawl through here. There's the Book of Death. I would recommend not reading that, but go for it if you want to. A leap of faith between the flames. Now we've got another little cryptic hint. And this is maybe one of the hardest parts of the map, but that's going to be referring to these candles between the flames. You need to take a leap of faith. That'll break the floor open and fall down into the dungeon area. Now right away we're going to have this 3-digit code just like we saw on the first level. However, these numbers are blue, which makes it different. And we're also going to have this spinning wheel. And essentially what this is signifying is numbers to letters. So A is equal to number 1, C number 3, and so on. So we can kind of have these letters. So we know, we can kind of deduce from all of these is that the order in the alphabet is the number. So A is 1 and Z would be 26. And we can kind of do some simple math there. If we come to this cell over here, we'll notice there's a book that says bed in blue letters, the same color as the door, you might notice. So bed would be B, which is 2. E, which, let's look at the wheel, what is E? E is 5. And then D, which D is 4, 4th letter of the alphabet. It's going to be 2, 5, 4. Going to do some C4. In case you got one of those friends who likes to see days, spam too much, you'll be feeling a little bit of pain. Now it's time to do some witchcraft there. We're going to brew some potions, but in order to do that, we're going to need a grub, a pumpkin, and some poor guy's spinal column. Rest in peace to that guy. So we're going to come over here. It's probably the hardest of the 3 to figure out. If you fall down here, you'll notice there's this big purple X. There's the pumpkin. Only we could grab it, but there's something's telling us we need to C4 that wall. If you try to do it from here, it'll probably blow yourself. But it's not going to do anything. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to use your special awareness skills to figure out where that wall is. Pop down here. And that's going to be right about here. I'm going to pick up this pumpkin. And we got 1 out of 3. Second item, we're going to go upstairs. We'll save the best for last. Come into the master bedroom. There's going to be this painting on the wall to go through. Ceiling also is going to be fake. There's a whole maze of cobwebs, but the grub's right by the start. We made it easy for you. Although I've got a feeling a lot of people are going to miss that and spend a little too long running around that attic. Blue hallway here. This spooky spirit. I'll keep running down this hallway. It's a never-ending hallway. This suspicious door is not opening. There's going to So you jump, you'll be entered into this maze of sorts. And essentially you kind of simply run around until you find the exit. I honestly have no idea where the exit is. So yeah, just try your best. Just run around until you find it. It's on one of the edges, so if you kind of just look for the edges, you'll eventually find it. There we go. Kind of things. And you open a ridiculous amount of doors, and you got some guys' spinal column. Now we got all 3 of those items, and we'll go make our potion. Boom. On to level 5, the final level, the prison. Now first up, you're gonna need a key card to get out of this cell block. You're gonna want to go into the cell here. Come down from here. In the room of boxes, there's gonna be a no dancing sign with the letter A. What is that gonna mean? A bit of a puzzle. But if you've been looking around the cell block at all, you're gonna notice that each of the rooms has a corresponding letter. So there's A, B, C, D, E, and F. So if we find room A, which is right here, and we dance in it, interesting. It is gonna remove the wall, but I don't need to fix that. It just didn't appear that it's been removed. And then it'll be the key card in the trash can. Yeah, we're gonna look into that. Pop the door open. Whole bunch of stuff over there, nothing important though. Hold the cell, jump up here. Mr. Teddy Bear. Sometimes you need to take a step backwards to go forward. Now what does that mean? If you played Christmas Escape, you might have a good idea. There's this camera here, and when you look at the camera, it's going to teleport you back. If you follow Mr. Teddy Bear's advice, and you walk backwards, it'll be no problem. And we'll disable the camera. I'm going to grab this key inside here. Let's move to the storage closet. You search this ammo box. Get a pistol, and you can't actually take the pistol out of the room, so you need to use it to shoot this lock. Jump on this power box. A ladder. And that pretty much signifies the end of the puzzles in this map. The rest of the map is just hardcore. Why? I couldn't tell you. Ask me from 5 years ago. So you're going to jump on these fan blades, which is not at all tedious, and you're not going to fall off them a single time. Because if you're like a parkour legend like me, it'll be light work. And you're going to unscrew these 4 screws, because just having 1 screw wasn't enough. We're going to be escaping prison, baby. We're going to jump up into this suspicious ceiling piece. Turn off the air. We'll come back this way. The air vent's been disabled, thanks to that ceiling strap. Now we're outside the prison, and it's raining. Tunnel style. There's going to be a switch here to open this thing. That just kind of opens the door, so Now you've got a little freeway to get into the building. Put that up here. Don't ask me what happened to the stairs. Very, very difficult to jump in here. There we go. Now just hope you don't fall. Take this tripwire. Go over here. Jump on the ledge. Oh my god. Ay, ay, ay. I wish this map's brutal. Second time's a charm. It's an escape time, baby. Yeah. Now, you might think you want to go into this room, which looks like a great idea. But if you do try to go into this portal, you will be swiftly taken out by these traps. So I would not recommend that. Unless you want to do the parkour again, which you might guessed. We're going to go behind these boxes over here. And that is going to be the real portal. And that is the end of the map. Thanks for playing. If you made it this far, GG's, as always. And yeah, this is just the remastered version of my first ever escape from time. So, appreciate y'all playing. That's all for me. Peace.